the full truth. I understand the truth without, without, with, without fearing. You want to know what God said? You want to know what the teaching is? It's to not fear. Don't fear death. Don't fear living. Don't be scared. That is what he says. Do not fear me. God. God said, do not fear me, for I am God. Do not fear me, for I am God. Do not fear him. Be acceptful. Be happy. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. Be go take chances in your life. Go 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 put yourself out there. Tell yourself you can do stuff and you can do it. You can. You will do it if you tell yourself you will. You will, bro, I promise. And what is that? Where are we back at to? The law of attraction. I'm telling you, these rabbit holes are worth it. I went down too many. People was calling me crazy for the Epstein, the reptilian.
Yeah, no, I
What
fully believe
what
in the
what makes you
reptilians.
think that they're not fallen angels? People literally said they seen Justin Bieber shapeshift into a lizard
I've seen
in
that clip.
Australia.
I've seen that clip.
You seen the clip?
Look it
I
up on
looked
TikTok.
everywhere for it. What?
He like it's like some it's just like every other so-called reptilian glitch. It's just like kind of he alters a little bit in a way.
Did you see what Donald Trump? Make sure your make sure your daughter's of age, at least 6. Did you see where he said that? Like the at least 6 years old. I literally Justin Bieber Hotel. Is that it?
Well, I don't think so. Hold on.
Okay. Justin Bieber shapeshift lizard.
I saw some clip. I think yeah,
No, no. I see it. Yeah, that is crazy.
yeah, in court, you're on the same
The
clip I was just
mugshot?
on.
The
Yes.
mugshot? There's two of them.
Like they definitely have cloning abilities, time traveling
Cloning, dude.
for
Exactly.
sure, teleportation, like all
There
like
are
everything.
literal laws
Everything we
that
cannot do, they can. Like 100%.
exactly. There are laws that say it's illegal to clone people. Oh, but no one's ever been successfully cloned. Yeah, I'm gonna
To that
believe that.
yeah. Why would it
Like,
even
why
be a
would there
law?
be a law for you? It's illegal to clone somebody. Has anyone ever been cloned? I mean, how do y'all know that this is possible? How do you, if cloning hasn't been done before and isn't possible, then why is there a law for it? What's to say someone doesn't get a swab of a celebrity's DNA because they know too much? Special forces, they get a soda can, swab the DNA, kill the celebrity, and clone them, and say, hey, oh my gosh, nah, this one really messed me up. I can't remember the full thing, so I'm not going to speak on it. I'm going to get it wrong.
Cloning a human is not proven to be safely possible. Laws don't mean it's doable right now. But have you seen that clip where like I was talking about this the other day at school? Have you seen that like years
Hold on,
ago?
Ryland's
They
calling me.
okay.
What up? What's up? What's up? Um, not much, bro. What's up? Um, do I want to smoke in the forest? No. She flipped it, but I wasn't paying attention. I don't know what I was supposed to see. They didn't. I I mean, do y'all have like weed or I mean, I mean, I've got weed, but if you want me to come out and smoke it, y'all are gonna have to wait like 30 minutes. I said, I mean, I have some. I mean, I can come smoke it with y'all if you want me to. Brother. Jaylee, we can, I guess. Alright. Anyways.
Okay. So in 1996, a sheep was cloned from a DNA cell,
Yeah, and it was
right?
successful.
It
Yeah,
was
I've seen
successful.
this. I've seen this.
Since then, it has not happened. That means that the higher ups, like, I know that there's like people like minded, like, I could even say Jesus or God in a sense, people on his level of knowledge that know 100% how to do this. It like it's like if the people, like regular people, found out about this, it would be the end of the world.
Exactly. Are we talking about cloning in
Yes.
specific?
Well, no, 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 not in specific. Like, but like,
Like just all of the knowledge that Jesus held, and like if people like were to process, if normal civilians tried to
yes,
process
exactly.
everything he knew, they wouldn't be able to. They
Like,
just crumble. They'd
yeah,
have a their brain would short circuit pretty much.
yeah,
It'd just
and it
fry.
would like everybody would start going crazy more than likely.
They'd go crazy because
Everybody, yeah,
if everyone knew the truth and everything that happened on this earth, and it's been said by many people that if people really understood what actually happened on earth, they would go crazy. Like everyone would go crazy. And it's said that the religious belief systems would collapse. I don't see it that way. I
people
don't,
wouldn't know what
because
to believe though. That's like it's
exactly.
kind of the same way
People,
how I am. Like I stopped
people,
believing when my mind reached a state of like at
yeah,
this point what is real. And I think that
exactly,
would
yeah.
be the same exact way with
Sherms
people
did it for
having
me.
this knowledge. Yeah.
Connected. It just brought me back. It brought me back to consciousness because I went into it. I wanted answers. I did, and that's what I said. I said I want answers. Tell me what's real. And it worked. It was real. Anytime I talk about this type of stuff, I get this weird tingly feeling. I smile and my eyes get watery and tear up just talking about Christianity because people, it's not that the religious systems would fail, it's that there'd be so much that people wouldn't know what to believe in, what's actually real. What are we being lied to about, and what are we not being lied to about? With everything. that they knew.
Bro.
It's like, and this is a weird one. This is an interesting one. A UFOlogist. He worked. He he knows the most about alien. I forgot his name. He's a high official, and he was supporting the release of the UFO file, like all of that stuff. Trump said he'd do. It got taken back that they weren't going to release them. The Pentagon said they weren't releasing them because the people can't take it. They're saying that it would cancel out religion and make it fail. I could see those files could be. I don't think that it says that religion, that being faithful and Christian isn't like it's not worth. I don't think they're saying it's fake, but I'm thinking that the information that would be released would cause normal day Christians to go crazy. I think normal Christians who just say, God died on the cross for me, Jesus died on the cross for me, so I can spend eternal life with him. That's true. That's good to know. But if that's all you're willing to know about your religion, if you're not going to if you're not going to dive deep on your religion and really understand and know what it stands for, it's going to fail. You're going to fail your religion because having a good background on, if you're going to believe in something, why would you not want to know everything about it? Why would you not want to research everything about it? Did bro hop off the league?
No, I was just loading up CS. I was just gonna surf while we're talking.
Yeah, that's low-key chill.
I was like, we're just,
Bro,
I'm
yeah,
like,
I'm gonna
dude,
hop on like fucking skate.
yeah, I just wanna,
Bro, it's crazy because with how much that I've thought and how much I've wanted to know and find out, I Jesus died on the cross so I can for my sins so I can spend eternal life with him. That's true, but I wanted to know more. I wanted to know what I wanted to know who he was. Like, I wanted to know everything. I wanted to know the answers. I wanted to know his teachings, what Christianity itself really was, like what it was teaching. And it's the following of Jesus Christ. But I wanted to know why people why people follow Christianity. What was it about Jesus Christ people love so much? For one, he died on the cross for our sins. That should be enough. That is enough. That is enough for me. That's enough. But I was more curious. I wanted to know about his personal, who he thrived to be, if he had ever failed in the past. And I have such strong belief for Christianity because I've went down so many rabbit holes and it's always the answer in the end. Always. Always. Jesus was so smart. Loving, first of all, loving and accepting, kind, forgiving, very smart, very knowledgeable. He could literally heal you. If you can ask him for forgiveness and he'd hold your hand and heal you. That's how powerful he was. Look at this. Fifth dimension. If we were to go to the fifth dimension, right? How that guy was speaking about earlier, we would have superhuman possibilities like Jesus Christ. And what does Christianity teach us? Be just like Jesus Christ. Thrive to be like him. He doesn't want you to worship him. He doesn't he never wanted people to have he doesn't want you to at pictures of like, you know how people will like set pictures up of their god's faces and like worship to them. He
Hmm.
doesn't want you to like praying is the way you talk and speak to him. He doesn't want you to look at a picture of him while you're speaking to him. He wants you to pray. Praying, and you want to know what's crazy, the tutorial to speak to the fourth dimensional beings, to get calm, to meditate, and to pray, ask questions. That's literally, it's weird because when I pray, I get calm, I feel meditated. Now, I need to do better on praying, but I feel meditated. It makes me calm, and I feel like I get answers. I hear a voice talking to me, telling me, uh, keep going, stay positive, stay happy, be like Jesus, be like Jesus. That's what the teaching is. It's to thrive to be like him. And if we were to all go to this fifth dimension, like that guy said on Reddit, the the whatever it was called, the theory of new age or something, where the they come down and we all ascend to the fifth dimension, and we can all each have like superpower, like not, I don't know, superhuman abilities.
Hmm.
That's crazy to think because it like all connects. It all connects. It all connects.
Yeah, like literally
Oh
the
shit.
only thing from stopping us to knowing and achieving more is our like expectations, like the expectations of you live, you work, you die. Like,
Yeah.
and that's
That
where 99.99% of
percent
humanity
of
caps
people
at.
go wrong.
Yes, like, brother.
That's not how it's about to be for me. I'm not about to work every day, a 9 to 5. I'm not. I'm gonna make money my own way. That's like I'm really not even. I've got me and this guy. We're partners, and we're actually doing day trading still, and it's working, bro. It is. He's actually doing good, bro. He just got another live account, so he's about to be able to start making payouts. I'm buying a funded account tomorrow. I'm gonna see where that gets me. But it's like you tell yourself what you want, you will get opportunities in life. It's the law of attraction. Think what you want, and those things will attract to you. Think what you want in life, and you will manifest. You will manifest what you speak into existence.
Bro. This is all so crazy.
That is true, bro. And it's weird because people are like, you know too much, you'll start. I don't think that way, bro. I know a lot. Came to a huge conclusion.
I feel like if you're at peace with yourself and your mind, like
I
if
am.
someone that's not at peace with their mind would go crazy over this knowledge. Like that's exactly what we were just talking about. Like the end of
If
the world
you're
if people
at
find this out.
peace with your inner self, then you've already achieved happiness. I mean, you're already there. You've already made it, and I'm happy with myself. I mean, I know I'm gonna go far. I know I'm gonna do great things. So why be sad? Why be depressed? Why ever feel that way?
crazy.
I know. It is, bro.
I wish I had started sooner, but I started recording to just record our chats. Like,
Yeah. Nah, bro. And I mean, I can keep talking. Like, I literally, it's actually insane. Because yesterday, the talks I was having with my brother and sister, they, I got that in return. I got that back from Nash and Damien. They were literally telling me, like, it was like how my brother and sister don't get along a lot. And hey, the talks work. We came together and made an agreement for change. We all changed at the same. Because if I try to change on my own in a family of four, I'm gonna have three people that are okay with staying in their current situation, holding me down. I don't want to be comfortable in my current situation. I want being uncomfortable will lead you to make you do new things. You need to get uncomfortable with yourself. To achieve self-love isn't a feeling you can just say, "Hey, I love myself." Self-love is more of a journey that you take in life. It's a journey. It's all these experiences you've had as a human. And that, I already came to this hypothesis, but it's crazy because I knew I achieved self-love after that Destiny situation. And we was talking about that last night, me and him. The talk we had, he was like, why do you, like, out of nowhere, why do you lie to us about the little things? I don't know, bro. I told him I don't know. And he brought up examples like, oh, I told him my phone was dead and it wasn't. I was just trying to go home. Didn't want to be. I was just saying my phone died, so it was making the situation more comfortable with me. But I found out from him that those little things like that actually impact him more than I thought. I was never looking at that picture. Because he told me that for him, for me to be lying to him about little stuff like that, that it makes him feel bad because he is a bro. Like, he shouldn't be the one getting lied to. It makes him feel different, apparently, because he wants utmost honesty with me. He was like, if it's a bitch, it's cool, bro, but me, we gotta be honest, because it hurts knowing you want to lie to me. I should be. And me and Damien and Ash, the trio, we've been at it for like 6 months. And that was when I said I'm going to change. I feel like I've changed a lot. But you want to know what got me down on my knees, sad and alone? That Destiny situation. Nobody, because Nash, the narrative, I took advantage of her and raped this. That's what it was. And it's crazy. Because you want to know what made Nash the person he is today? So smart and sophisticated. The Nash files. When that dropped,
Yeah.
bare bottom. No one talked to him. Months alone, on end. No one
Nash
to talk
Files?
to or resort to. Yeah, the Nash files. I'll tell you later, bro. Nobody to
What was that?
resort to. And, bro, 3 months later, this is just a new character. I don't even know who this guy is. And it's like, when I had everyone saying that I actually did those things to Destiny when I didn't, it hurt me. And I lost almost everyone because of it. And I'm kind of thankful he did. I'm not thankful for it. I wasn't at the time. But to see where it got me, and he told me, he said, you're lucky that I did that for you. It was kind of weird to hear him say because it hurt me more than anything. at the time. But over those 3 months where I was alone by myself, no one to talk to, resorting on my own, I did it by myself. I accomplished everything by I changed. I became at peace with myself because I had no one else to rely on. I don't have to rely on people anymore because I know what it was like to be alone for that amount of time. I'll still rely on people, but I will never, ever rely on someone like I did back then because that changed me. It's a series of unfortunate events that gets you where you are in life. It's the journey that makes you love yourself because you have to come at peace with yourself. You wanna get some light shined on you, Hendrix?
Oh,
Hey, all right. Do you believe in God? Do you believe in Christianity?
yes.
Okay. Hear me out on this one.
Bro's brain would
And
be
I don't
fried
know
if
if
he was
you'll.
in here for what we were talking about earlier. He'd be questioning
I
his
was
existence.
I was low key about to bring bro. I'm about to make bro do that. All right, Hendrix. I don't know if you're gonna comprehend this like Jaden. Obviously, you know what a 2D object is, right? A 2D, like a circle.
Like,
Not.
Like
you
It
draw a
doesn't.
circle on a paper. It has only
imagine
And
you
it's
drew
not
a
3D.
circle
Yeah,
on a
exactly.
paper. It's flat, right? It's flat. A 2D,
Like a toenail.
it's flat. It's flat. It doesn't.
Okay.
It's not like a sphere, right? It doesn't have height. It's just straight flat, right? It only has width and length.
Yeah. Like a line
Say
on paper.
that you put,
Exactly.
yeah. Say that a 3D object. We are in 3D, right? A
Yeah.
circle.
My
It
feet.
can't look up. A 2D circle. And let's say that these 2D circles, we're gonna call them Freelanders. We're gonna call them Freelanders. 2D objects. They're flat. They don't get to look up. When you bring in a 3D object to a 2D kind that can't look up, say that you're above the 2D people and you're looking down at them because you're 3D. You can look up, down, left, or right. Think of it like a god. Think of it like a god. You can't look up. So when that 3D object speaks to that 2D, they can't look up. They're probably like, what is this voice? What am I listening to? They probably think they're going crazy, right? Because they can't look up. They're 2D. We are 3D, right? So now that you understand that, let's shift into this. We're in a 3D world, right? We live in 3D. We perceive and see things as 3D, right?
Yep.
We can't
Like a rugby
comprehend.
ball.
Yeah. See? And so instead of
Spherical
a flat circle, it's not a circle, it's a sphere. We go to 3D. Now, let me tell you this. If a 2D object can't see or understand a 3D object, how are we? Why does it make sense? Look, what makes you think that we can perceive a 4D object? We can't perceive the people above. 4D people and beings exist. Angels, the upper beings, they exist. We just can't see them and perceive them because they're in a 4D sense of nature. When you see these people talking about an orb popped up out of nowhere and it started floating towards me, that is the 4D being going into a 3D state so that we can perceive it because we can't see that 4D being around us. So when I'm saying this, all that empty air and space around you, is never empty. It's never empty. That space was never empty. There's beings all around you. Hold on. I'm giving little bro a philosophy talk. There are beings all around you that you can't perceive because we can't perceive the 4D beings. This is like angel. As for Marcus, I'm gonna blow your mind after when I get it through to him. I promise you I will.
Hold up, I'm
Well,
getting a phone call.
but
Hold on.
Marcus, man.
Okay, man.
but it makes you question. It gives an answer for all of the unknown, the miracles in
What rank are
life.
you already?
You know
Gang
what I
shit,
mean?
when I get no lame shit.
All right, Tremarcus, do you believe that
Yes.
we have a God?
Yeah.
Do you believe that Jesus died on the cross for your sins? Would you say you're a Christian?
No.
What do you believe? What I want to change. I want to hear your mind, what you believe
Nigga,
in, and I
are
want to
you a
try to
fucking
change it.
pastor, bro? What the fuck is going
No,
on?
this isn't pastor talk. This is like
we're
question
Like,
or
what do
reality
like?
talk.
we're asking you what you think about it. Like it's just what you in your head see it as. Like there's no right or wrong answer. Or just what your
Like what
perspective on it.
Like I want,
a
like,
nigga
what do
died so
you
I could
believe
be
that?
free.
So you believe that when we die, we extend up?
Oh,
Like,
like that? I mean, I'll be honest, I don't really know. I don't do research on that. I
Oh,
don't
but
look into the Bible
okay, but
at all.
nobody
I got,
knows. So you're
yeah.
not.
Mm.
Well, to our knowledge, nobody knows.
I feel
I
like you
want.
do, and I feel like you don't at the same time.
I hope that you're smart enough. No offense. No offense.
What?
But this can kind of be hard to understand if you don't understand. I want you to look at life like this. I watched a video earlier today. You know what a 2D object is? A circle. It's flat, right? It doesn't have height like a sphere. Because the sphere is 3D, right? A circle is
Mhm.
flat. You draw a circle on a paper and cut it out. It's a flat piece of paper, a circle. 2D. Say that there's a civilization of 2D people. They live in a 2D world. It's kind of like us looking down at an anthill. Think it like that. Say that those 2D people, say that a 3D being, a three-dimensional being like us, because we see and perceive in 3D, like squares, cubes, spheres. There's height. Height is in the equation. 2D is just length times width. Anyways, say that they're in a 2D object, it doesn't have any up or down, right? Because there's no height. You hear me out? So
Yeah.
when a 3D object comes into, when a 3D being comes into like question, that 3D being is up above the 2D being. The 3D dude says, hey, hello. The 2D, he can't look up to see. He can't look up or down. He probably thinks he's going crazy hearing voices. Now, when you use that logic in our world, and you have all these people saying that they're the messengers, that the angels have talked to them, the upper beings, the observers. The fourth dimension is real. We don't live in it. We live in the third dimension. We can't perceive it. So what's there to say that we're not the 3D beings and we have those 4D upper beings watching over us? What's to say that we can't perceive it with our eyes? That's why when people say, "Hey, this orb came out of nowhere and started floating and turned into an angel in front of my eyes and spoke me these messages and said, spread the word, and said, hey, 3 days before Easter is the day that this star lines up with the Great Sphinx. And that will be the day that mankind will be shedded a new knowledge. Because it's weird, because our present day we're living right now, we're literally living prophecies in the Bible about how the final days are near because Israel bombed Iran. And over weeks, it gets worse. And
Okay,
before
hold
it
up,
gets
hold
to
up.
the okay, question.
I'm listening now. Hold up, nah. I've been listening to bits and pieces, but you got my own, like, almost full
Yeah, keep
undivided.
walking. I'm changing your mind, and I want other people to know this. When the orb comes out and can just transform, the 4D beings, let me tell you what they can do. They can see through you. 4D is space-time. To them, we are like a line on paper. They can see through us, see our thoughts, beliefs, our past and present and future. Whenever they are telling this person 3 days before Easter, this star is going to line up with the Sphinx and I will return. I will balance the masculine and feminine, and everyone will be shedded new knowledge. Why? Why are they coming at that time? You want to know why? Israel's bombing Iran in our modern day.
No, we
And
bombed
look at
our.
this.
We're siding with
We're helping.
Israel.
We're siding with Israel, but Israel's really doing the work. Let me tell you this. If the 4D beings can see into time, what's to tell you they're not going to come back and give us the missing pieces to solve mankind? These observers don't want mankind to fall. We're looking at them as angels. It's literally said that all of mankind will be shedded on new light and knowledge to stop the world from ending, because that is what it states in the Bible. That is where the end of the Bible is near, because the final days that people think the final days aren't the end of the world. The final days are the final days until we all become conscious of what I'm talking about. I'm talking stuff that most people won't comprehend, but everyone will be able to perceive these 4D beings when this light is shined. And it's crazy because I told this to Jaden, and he's not even a believer of this stuff. Any question you have, I can answer. But it goes to show, why don't people believe that there is a higher being? Why don't people believe there are higher beings when there is a whole nother dimension, a fourth dimension? It's space-time. Beings can be, it's the fourth dimension, Tremarcus. It literally
Yeah.
proves the law of attraction. You are what you think you are. Time isn't supposed to be looked at on past or present or future. Time is literally it's a timesheet. You literally you're the illustrator. When you think of something, when you think of what you want, those things will be attracted to you. You will have opportunity. If you really think of your true dream, your body will chase that. It will chase everything you want. Opportunities. Why are they banned? Why are shrooms
What?
banned? Why are shrooms? Psilocybin is banned because it erases the filter on your brain. When you do shrooms, it removes that filter and it really lets you think and see. Why do I talking to God on a shroom trip? Actually seeing, understanding. That's what got me where I am, was the shrooms. It made me think, and it made me come to these conclusions. I don't know why people don't want to believe there is someone above us when the fourth dimension tells us that there are beings we can't see. Aliens are real. We can't see these
We've
angels.
been told that already.
Yeah, we've been told that, but yeah, true. But it's crazy. We can never see these angels. And why are they coming back now? Because they are seeing the Bible isn't just a book, it's a blueprint. And the people in the fourth dimension, Jesus literally spoke this. Jesus literally spoke about the fourth dimension, time, space time. Time is, you get to do whatever you want with it. He literally says that if you think of what you want, you will get it. You are what you think you are. That's what the fourth dimension says.
The law of
It's
attraction.
space time, the law of attraction. You think of what you want, and it will be attracted towards you. Jesus taught that before Albert Einstein could decipher that that's what the fourth dimension really was. Now, I might sound crazy, but when it all adds up and countless hours of research all ends in this, I've came to this conclusion that all the empty air around you is not empty at all. There's people, dude, I could have a four-dimensional being right outside of my house, and he could just look through my, he's literally, they could be just looking through my wall. They'd look through my body, actually. They could see through my intestines. Because that's how they can see through so much. Theoretically, I asked AI about this, and he said that this was true. He said that this all makes sense, and that for me to be thinking about this at 15 is insane. But it's insane because it gives an explanation for the unknown. It gives an explanation for miracles. It gives you a reason to have faith in doing things. If you're faithful and positive, then you get that back in return. Those observers are actually observing over you. It's insane. They're observing over you. When you're telling yourself in your brain what you want, those observers are going to look through your thoughts and give you what you expect. Because they see through your mind and understand everything you think of. They see your thoughts. It's literally insane because I'm smiling while talking about it. It's like I'm being rewarded. It's like I'm supposed to be talking about this. It's like that they know. It's insane. Like, I've cracked the code. Like, we have observers that we can't see. But you want to know what's crazier? We can't make ourselves see them. We can hear meditation / praying is how you speak. You can speak to them. You can actually, your mind can experience 4D, your eyes can't. Your eyes can't, your mind can.
Yo, Braxton, what if the 4D is your mind? It's just a like a
But
spot we haven't visited
4D
yet.
beings, they can make themselves visible to us. And they can make themselves invisible to us in a snap. Like that. Like a snap. You can, and that's weird. You want to know what's weird? Is because the stories that people tell about their encounters with these people telling them to spread the word and spread the message. Dude, we've always been told, keep waiting, keep waiting, I think the waiting is coming to an end. And everyone else I've spoke to about this on Reddit and TikTok seems to say the same thing. To save yourself because the final days are in play. Like, I'm going to rephrase. The final days isn't when the world ends. The final days are something that we were we've never understood until now. The final days are different. It's when we become knowledged on the fourth dimension. The fifth dimension even is what, but it's weird because we're not able to access them. We can't see them physically, but they can make us see them. If they downgrade into a 3D form, we can see them. That's why these, and you want to know what's weird? What AI told me? The orb that people see, it's literally the easiest and closest thing to where when a 4D object downshifts to a 3D object, that's what it looks like, is the orb that people see and describe. That's what it is. That's what I learned. When that orb just spawns out of nowhere and it's glowing and flying, no, it's weird. They want to call these lightning bolts. No. When there isn't 3 orbs, one in the middle
Hey,
and
bro.
kind of
Hey, I'm
ahead.
all about here, gang.
What'd you say?
All about it here, bro.
Hi, bro.
See you, Tony.
See you, bro.
Peace.
Too
Peace,
much
bro.
crazy beliefs for you?
Too much crazy beliefs. Bro, it's that's a good one too, because they don't have to travel. They are everywhere at once. That's another thing I learned. 4D, they are everywhere at once because 4D is space-time. 4D itself is space-time, and the beings that are in 4D can move through space-time. It's insane. Literally. And then these balls, the orbs, it's the beings bringing themselves. It's even more insane because they represent biblical accurate angels. The orbs represent biblical accurate angels. Big balls with eyes circling them. Eyes everywhere circling. Maybe they don't appear like. Maybe the divine feminine appeared as a lady. That doesn't matter. What, the 3 balls. Father, God. It's God, the Father, Jesus, God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. The main 3. The orbs are always moving in 3, is what we've been told. And they fly. They're unpredictable. They can move anywhere. And what they can reach a destination anywhere they want. And they're just like that, a snap. They're just gone. They're just gone because they're back to 4D.
Yo, and even crazier conspiracy? What
Mhm.
we're figuring out now is all a plan by the higher ups so that we don't figure out what the higher ups are. See, like, the more we figure out, it all just circles back to the higher ups. Like, cause what else? Well, besides until we find the actual reason, what can like literally explain what everything means? Like what all this means? Absolutely nothing. Like until we truly find out. And that's just not something I feel is like humanly capable unless like of course, what am I trying to say here? Like, but do you get what my point is?
Mhm.
It all just circles back to the higher up, which
I
I'm
don't think
I'm
what
also in a
I
belief
am
like
concluding, I don't think that what I'm believing is a plan to be distracted. I think that this is the truth, and this is going to expose the. Because I found this dude on TikTok, and he's saying that people like Trump and all of these higher ups are the fallen angels, and that's why they can shape. What if they're 4D beings?
okay, but
Making
why
themselves
would
visible
fallen angels be doing everything they've done? Like eating babies, you know, killing,
because
kidnapping, raping innocent
they're they
people?
They're banished from the heavens. They got thrown out. They're no good. Fallen angels, fallen angels are on this earth as an antichrist. It said in the Bible there is an antichrist. And let me tell you this, why are all of these celebrities the ones sacrificing babies to Satan, to Baal? Why? Because what? They signed themselves to the devil. They signed their life away. What happened to Kai Cenat? Bro's cooked. He's gone. They got him, bro.
What happened with Tyson at?
What'd you say?
What happened with Kai Cenat?
You didn't see him in the red room with Will Smith's kid?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, he was signing his life away. Will Smith's kid was like, "Are you ready?" And he was like screaming and doing. He was. Nah, that's weird. I'm gonna have to show you. That's weird though, bro. The eye stuff, the Justin Bieber, the Epstein, that
Like,
third eye. Like,
yeah.
How do they twitch between? You want to know what I think? Genuinely, I think all the higher ups are serving their life for down under. They're from a land down. You know the land down under, bro. You know that song? I
Mm,
come from a land down under. You know that?
oh no, my mom's calling me. Yeah.
Sorry, mom. I'm going down the rabbit hole.
Said Lila.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, bro. Alright. What was you saying? The higher ups?
Dude, all of them are connected. Politician men, congressmen,
Oh,
celebrities.
you know that clip where the Marine broke his arm while being pulled out of the court and like
Yes.
nobody looked back and the lady was like, "Y'all are all robots," and everybody was
Y'all
just
are all robots.
unfazed.
Nobody looked back. No
Yeah.
one. It was insane. And then there were the two military men, and one. It was a female and a man being arrested, telling them that we need to expose the government and that the time is coming, and that the government isn't what they seem. It isn't at all. It
Oh no,
really
for
isn't.
sure.
They're literally serving their time on this earth for Satan. Meanwhile, the other population should be serving for Christ because Christ is against this. Christ is furious. Christ, Jesus is mad. He is not happy. Like, when he comes back, it's not gonna be,
Pleasant.
and we don't know when he comes back. But when
Yeah.
he comes back, it's not gonna be nice.
I
It
don't know.
won't.
That's kind of where
Because
we differentiate. Like all this
because
we're agreeing on, that's where we differentiate.
yeah.
Because you know, back to like I said, it's okay.
Yeah,
It's,
bro. You don't know it's real, but anytime you ask me something, I have claims and evidence on why I believe what I do. I've never wanted to tell myself. I have never wanted to believe something that I didn't know was true.
okay, but look, like you just said like 3 times, believe. Like you you think like I'm not like again back what we were talking about earlier when I asked you like those questions about the Bible. Like I'm not doubting your beliefs. Like, I'm sure you think, and in your mind, you know Jesus is real.
Yeah.
It's just all comes back down to belief, though. You believe Jesus is real, and therefore,
If,
it gets to a point where you and I see things differently.
what do you think happens when we die?
That's one thing I asked AI earlier. When I die, I think, well, not I. When we die, okay, so death is nonetheless when the body quits pumping
You
blood,
think
right?
you think that you think that when we are dead, we are dead. We don't reincarnate. We sit in our grave, and it's just it's like how we were
Yeah.
before we born. We didn't know
Yes,
we
that's
exist.
exactly
Like,
how I like explaining it. But like, that's not what I want to use
but
in this system.
that just that hurts my brain because
You can't
that
and won't comprehend it.
exactly any outcome that a human we won't ever know. And it's a scary thing because some people will be wrong and some will be right. And I
Nobody
feel,
knows.
but we won't exactly. We won't know.
I think when we die, death is when the body dies out, not
Okay, I want to tell
necessarily
you
the
this.
mind
What do you
or
have
the
to say?
soul.
What do you have to say when you do know that when you die, your spiritual soul releases from? Where do you think your soul? What do you do with your soul? Where does your soul go? Like, what do you think your soul does? Your soul releases from your body and looks over it after you die. What do you think you serve as a ghost? Like, if you have the knowledge that your soul comes out, because I don't know how that's been. I'm pretty sure that's true, and I've heard it from a doctor, but I'll have to look at it again. But they have somehow found out that when you die, your soul exits your body, and for the first few minutes, you just look at yourself. I don't know how that's true. I don't. And no, I did look into it when I first heard it because I'm skeptical of everything I hear, obviously.
Oh yeah.
But it makes you think. What does your soul do? Like, where does your soul go? Do you just sit in black? Black isn't even a thing if you're nothing. Like, nothing is nothing. And it's weird, Jaden.
No,
The
okay, wait.
equation to life is infinite. What do you say about that? Because you are infinite. The life is infinite. That's where it's weird. Because you are infinite.
I
Where
just
does your soul go?
the
'Cause
soul
you are infinite.
the soul goes to where your peace of
Like,
mind
is it
is
like
during your life.
is it like a is it like a conjuring? Like, does my soul go into a chandelier and start shaking and turning light bulbs off?
I
That's
think
kind of creepy to think about. Like, what if you're a floating soul and your soul just gets to possess something? That's kind of weird to think about. Like, what if what if your soul just floats around on Earth after you, like, what if you are just a flying spirit? What if you, new not trying to shift away, what if you enter the fourth dimension
see that's
when you
like
die?
what I was like getting on the
What
brink
if
of saying
your
earlier.
spirit, what if your soul just
Oh
travels
my
through
God.
time?
When you die, you lose your mind in this state. Like you don't literally lose your mind, but your mind infinitely opens, leading you to the other dimensions. Like how can I word this to where like
Okay, okay, so I'm not gonna do, I'm gonna say
like that the reality
scientifically,
cap, everything, your
what
expectations on
happens
everything is
after
gone.
you die? Okay,
You'll have to say like spiritually, or it's just say your body dies. Your body stops pumping blood.
yes. Is there a life after death? Okay, according to science, I'm trying to find if there is a. I've recently been experiencing a lot of death for this reason. According to science, scientifically, consciousness just ceases to exist, and that's it. I've heard the idea floating around that you continue to live life over and over in parallel universes without your memories or former self moving between that transition. Even if that is true, that would mean when I die, I'm basically a different person in a parallel universe. So my consciousness would die in a certain way, even if I still lived, unless there's an alternate idea.
That's like
So if my
reincarnation.
consciousness is dead, it doesn't matter if there's a life after death or not. You got to think, even if there is reincarnation, it wouldn't matter because your consciousness is dead. You're a new person and you would never know that. If reincarnation was real, we wouldn't know because your consciousness ceases to exist. That's weird. You never know. Reincarnation, we never know if it was real, ever. And then there's those stories of people where they're like, oh yeah, I was this person in my past life. Like, no, I don't. I can't believe those. I mean, some of them where they can like point to like where they were
Like
buried in
birthmarks and shit, or
1857,
like
birthmarks, like
the conspiracy that
ancient
birthmarks
artifacts
are
from
where you
yeah,
were
those are
stabbed or
those
shot.
are interesting. I won't lie.
They're
Like
they're
birth,
interesting, but I doubt I'll ever believe in
yeah,
any
I
way
won't
that
believe
that's
them.
true. But I do like diving whenever I used to, when I went deep diving on that topic.
Okay, here's a good response to this guy's thing. I'm not sure what you mean by science in quotation, but I imagine anyone making a strong judgment on the back of scientific research would be going beyond what science is capable of telling us. Since the scientific method restricts itself to the natural, it could only possibly conclude that there are no signs of life after an individual dies. That's all you can be told. That's all you can tell. Your spirit, what happens to your spiritual mind? That's the real question. Your physical body isn't pumping blood. What does the voice inside of your head that makes you think before you speak, where does that go? You know, in a sense, I'm not sure how any belief about the afterlife, heavenly, dharmic, could be anything more than that, a belief. Even if that is true, that would mean when I die, I'm basically afterlife. Since the majority of people proposing a theory of an afterlife would be religious, I don't think this is necessarily so. Kierkegaard, for example, completely rejected mind-body dualism, but maintained a belief in the afterlife as a miraculous event. If you believe in the Tri-Omni Almighty, doing the humanly impossible doesn't seem so quite impossible. I don't think science has anything to say about the afterlife. All science can say is that you're physically dead and that
Yeah.
and there at least isn't exactly. That's what we
The
won't
afterlife,
know.
it's back to the state of mind theory.
Like we won't know. But it's sad because we won't know. Because some people are going to say, I was wrong about this. I believe in you now. Let me be in heaven. And I just love Christianity so much because it's the teaching to be like Christ. Love, forgive, pray, accept, be accepting, forgiving. You know, it's really just beautiful. So I can't change people's minds on that type of stuff, but like I'll always have. Like there were like where Jesus, you know, I always forget. Where Jesus resurrected. What do you like about his resurrection? Like all the documented text of like John and Matthew who seen him resurrect and wrote these scripts, like, and they're still the original text. Like they have the original text written far back then in like different languages, and it's deciphered now by like New Testament, Old Testament, King, all this stuff. I think I don't know.
Dude, it's just like, yeah, like it gets to a point where you don't know what to think. You can't, you can't figure it out. Well, one, you don't know how to figure out. No. Fuck, what am I trying to say?
You don't know how to comprehend what you're saying?
You 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 don't know how to figure it out, and you won't figure it out. That's
I just think I believe I believe Jesus died on the cross for my sins to spend eternal living with him when I die. I believe that when I die, my spiritual self will ascend to heaven and I will be judged on whether I carried out the sharing of his gospel and the believing of his word. All of these ancient texts talking about Jesus, the type of person he was, his healing properties, and I don't like how people say it's just words, it's just beliefs, because it's literally ancient text. It was literally a biography of Jesus. They were literally writing about Jesus in his own sense. Like they were giving their experiences with Jesus, being around him, what he did for them. Like,
how do you think they knew Jesus was a special, one of a kind, in
okay,
the
I can
sense
answer
that
that one
God?
for you. Yeah. So Jesus
Yes,
died,
like the
and
healing
and when
powers and whatnot.
yeah, the healing properties. He was very, very loving, and he'd have these deep conversations with people and find out the problem to their life and ask them, how would it be if you spent time, like, give your life to God, like, give your life, hand your life over, for, ask for forgiveness. I will forgive you. I will forgive you for sinning. I died for this. I will forgive you. He'd take their hand and heal them. He would, and it's genuinely crazy. They have the robe and thorn, the crown of thorns that he wore on display. But people could tell because he resurrected. Like people were writing originally and then they documented him resurrecting. This didn't happen after he resurrected. This was like these were the chapters in the Bible are literally books from different people, their experience, their time on earth. And they literally described him as a shining light, a bright light. Because he was loving, kind, he was empathetic, he was forgiving. He could hear you out on anything you could do. And the one unforgivable sin, you can say you don't believe God and you can come back to God. You can say you don't believe in God, but you can always come back and ask for forgiveness and give yourself to Jesus. One unforgivable sin is being blasphemous of the Holy Spirit, to talk bad and down against Jesus' teachings. And his teachings was literally to be like him. And it's weird. Superhuman. No. He had superhuman capabilities, right? He could heal people. He could turn a blind man into a seeing man. When that dude mentioned the fifth dimension earlier, and how all humans would gain this knowledge and go to the fifth dimension and have these superhuman capabilities, ain't that kind of like Christ? Like how he was? Then we'd all be like Christ.
I kind of like. I don't know.
What? Riddle me this. What about the near-death experiences too? When people are literally pronounced dead and shocked back to life and are terrified because they had met Jesus and they had gotten a second chance. Some people were lucky to get a second chance. What about the near-death experiences?
Okay, how do we know that? Well, we'll never know that they actually met Jesus. We can only go off their word. But like
That's true.
any
But why would you
Satanist could do the same
die
thing.
and come back to life and lie about why?
Well,
Why would they come back a whole different person and devote? Have you ever seen the people who have these near-death experiences?
I think I've seen TikTok.
They and you look at that person and say, what type of person are they? And you go check them out, and they're devoting their whole life and everything they speak about just to be about Jesus. Because these people have had these near-death experiences, literally giving us a heads up. I'd probably think it wasn't real, but for people to be that devoted for a fake near-death, like a fake experience,
Okay, Braxton,
you know,
answer this. What do you think? How do you think other like, of course, there's other religions, other beliefs. Do you think this has happened to other religions with their God? Can you explain me that?
no, I want to say no. I have never, ever heard, never. It's always been Christianity. It's always been Christianity.
Okay, I gotta look this up now. I need an answer. Because I'm actually curious, let alone what I wanted to hear you say. I need to answer. Okay.
I have never, ever heard of someone having a near-death experience and saying that they almost met Buddha. I ain't never heard no shit like that. Yo, I just found a new Epstein file. Jeffrey Epstein had a cartel armory. Where were you? Mhm.
Okay. Experiences like that aren't unique to Christianity. People in many religions, and even non-religious people, have reported near-death or came back to life experiences where they encounter figures from their own beliefs and
Yes.
live their lives afterward. Okay.
And you want to know what's so weird? It's non-religious people in the first place.
Okay, but
You
it's not
reminded me
Jesus.
that.
It's what they believed. That's see that's what I was saying. That's where me and you differentiate. That's where okay, like
I don't know because there's some people there's people that believe that what they believe is what happens. And it's if people want to look at yeah, yeah, you can look at it like that. But I promise you, there is a reason for everything I think. I don't speak something unless I have 3 reasons to back up the reason I'm believing it. Answer me this. Who are the 4-dimensional beings?
who are the fourth dimensional beings?
Who is
The f-
giving these messages to the people? Like, who is speaking?
the fourth
They're
dimensional
angels.
beings
There's
are
angels of some type, but who are these angels doing it for? Who is it for? Who are
they're
these beings
spirits
speaking
of some
for?
kind of descendant.
Yeah, you've got it.
But
Yeah.
what? Oh
So,
my
so what
God.
exactly. You just came to a new conclusion, bro.
Holy
It's a
shit. Yo,
descendant.
Braxton,
Exactly.
we are going to college and getting philosophy fucking degrees.
Me
Like
too. I already wanted to do this. You
we
just came to a new
we
conclusion.
have
It's from
bro,
a descendant.
we should
You
not
just proved yourself
have this
wrong.
much wisdom. Oh
I'm
my
telling
God.
you, bro.
Bro, we're
I
too
do
like
this every day and have no one to tell it to, and it's so nice.
dude, we're
Like, you
so
just proved
smart.
yourself wrong. There is a descendant. Who else?
Bro, I'm tearing up.
Who? Exactly.
Oh my. Bro, like this is so
And I'm smiling and just got this
bro, I'm
warm
God I am.
embalmment through my body.
Bro.
Because hearing myself talk about it just makes me happy.
Bro.
It's
I
like I'm
forgot I was
looking
recording. I'm
around
so glad I'm
and I
recording.
feel the love. I feel the love, bro. Like I feel it, bro. And it's like knowing there's a descendant that loves you so much. Dude, it's crazy. There is a descendant. These 4D beings. Wait, 4D beings could be angels, and the 5D is the heaven. That's when we all would go to the 5D with the one and only God. That could be a new thought.
But like
That theory is that these beings, the 5-dimensional realm isn't physical. I don't know. I'm not educated on this 5. I know the 4th dimension's real, so that's all I can interpret. It's just cool that you prove to yourself that there is a descendant.
what if it's
Because
beyond the fifth dimension though? Like
exactly,
maybe
what if there's a 10th dimension? There could be infinite dimension. We won't know. But
but
we know that there's a dimension above us, and that gives us hope and faith and a reason to thrive. That
is
literally gives us all of the reasons. If if I'm telling you that there's an upper power above us that's spreading light and giving us information, it for. There is someone above them telling them to do that for us. Who loves us so much that they don't want to see our kind crumble? Who doesn't want to see mankind crumble? Who doesn't want to see our earth collapse?
To that, the only answer I could like actually think of is
Is our creator.
humanity. Well,
No.
okay, this is back to the
No,
argument
our-
where we differentiate though,
Okay.
with the
I-
different beliefs.
Humanity, that can't be that. We are humanity.
You're right.
We are humanity as we know it.
But
We don't want to see ourselves crumble, but we don't have the knowledge to stop it from happening. Because as we're speaking, this Iran and Israel stuff is getting worse. Israel wants to completely wipe Iran off of the surface of Earth. That is their goal.
my God, and then
And
that's
I'm
the end of the
telling
world
you.
for Iranian. Well, not completely, but it's the end of the world for the people in Iran, which Iran would get captured by somebody else, and then eventually the
Exact-
whole world is owned. Well, not owned, but like the world
It will
becomes
be
one.
overtaken. I'm telling you, bro. Israel was the enemy the whole time.
Brother.
Like, legitimately. Benjamin Netanyahu has an international warrant for his arrest for genocide in the previous wars. He is so on top of the world that no one will arrest him. Countries have literally made peace treaties to say, hey, you're welcome in our country. You just won't get arrested. Some of them are against it. Some of them are against Benjamin Netanyahu. But you want to know what? He doesn't visit those countries, so they can't arrest him. And even if they did, what would happen? They're probably getting nuked. If anyone was to capture Benjamin Netanyahu, that's like Zohran Mamdani or whatever his name is, the mayor of New York. Yeah, if he ever comes to New York, we're going to arrest him. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Okay, but also the US has bombs that are able to destroy Iran and all of its surrounding countries. But that also, I feel like if the US capture, okay, wait, now we're getting onto the topic of history, pretty much. We're talking
Yeah.
politics here. We're getting so off of track.
Dude, the Bible, the end days, Israel bombs Iran. It gets worse and worse and worse. Israel's goal in our modern day is to wipe Iran off of the earth. That will put us in a world war. There's no doubt about it.
That's what I was just
I don't
about to
think
say.
any
Either the
country
US
wants to sit there and let Israel do Russia. Iran ain't gonna be no world war, bro. World War III is when we go up against Russia and China. If that were to happen, we would go into World War. And if they do that to Iran, that will happen. And World War III will be the end of the world. I'm telling you. I'm serious.
Okay, but
And if World War III happens, it's the end of the world. That's why it can't happen. That's why there has to be interference by our observers.
okay,
They're coming back for a reason.
I completely agree with you that it would be the end of the world because literally mankind itself has everything it needs on his hands to destroy the entire world with one object.
Yeah,
Which I don't
exactly.
think, yeah, so like people are trying to prevent that from happening, like militaries, governments.
And if that
countries.
happens to Iran, I promise you, all of Iran's allies are going to get together and we will be next. Then another country will be next.
But
And then all of them.
do you know
will
how
be
many
next.
countries the US and Israel are allied with though?
Allied with, yeah, I
it
do.
heavily
but
outweighs China, Russia.
Nah, Russia is bigger than you think. Russia and China together, could take U.S. out.
Oh,
Totally.
well, okay, well, we're talking two world leaders against one. Yeah, they're gonna like
Israel and U.S.
that's like
It
saying
depends,
the U.S.
but
and Israel are gonna wipe Iran. Like,
might be the ones getting destroyed, maybe. But everything else around us will be, and it will be total mayhem. If USA might stay, cool, but that literally is horrible. If we were to do that to everyone, we'd
there'd be so much radiation in the atmosphere. Like,
so
any
much
out
radiation,
any
we'd
outcome leads
probably
to the
end
end
up
of the world.
dying.
Any
Mhm.
out or
Any outcome, it
any
doesn't matter if
any
we get
income,
attacked or not.
yeah, any income leads to the outcome of the end of the world.
Exactly.
Holy, bro. Holy.
And they're literally saying they want to come back because they're knowing. They see into the future and know what's gonna happen. That's crazy.
We've been talking for 2 hours about
Facts.
stuff. If we said this in any time before the 1900s, we would have been burned over a fire alive.
Yeah, the Israel. Oh my gosh, bro. The Israeli strikes were, bro. Oh my gosh, this was today. This is sad. This was just today.
Did you send me some?
Yeah, Israeli military. Yeah. Oh my gosh. They are sending like tanks on tanks on tanks. They're even getting their boats.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be a war. I really hope
Yeah,
it doesn't, because
but this
I
is
hope.
like that. Did you see how they
Oh,
bombed the elementary school and
wait, what?
killed like 200 children?
Oh, yeah, and they were like bombing, yeah, like girls' facilities and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is also, though, just what world leaders, or not world leaders, country leaders do to each other to show dominance. Like, what's the place called? Oh, fuck, what's it called? It was like a nuclear plant in a city and or in a country, and they were like fighting against Russia. Oh, Chernobyl. And they put a dome over it after it was bombed because too much radiation was leaking in the atmosphere. And Russia just flew a drone strike into it and put a big asshole in it. And so as we speak, deadly amounts of radiation are going into the atmosphere. And that's like just what petty world leaders
Yeah.
like Putin do to show dominance and like don't fuck with us. Like we don't care if it leads to our deaths, you're dying. Oh my god.
And I mean,
It's
there
just
was
more
that
and
12-day
more.
war with Iran and Israel last year near June, but like this is different. I feel like this is Iran's new Supreme leader vows to keep blocking Strait of Hormuz as oil prices spike. Oh yeah. No, this literally adds on to it. Bro, I've literally seen this girl's TikTok about how the oil is about to be sky high. The gas is about to be sky high.
Oh yeah,
Everything will
gas
be
is already
so
high.
unaffordable. Yeah,
Unleaded is already
it's
$3.
already skyrocketing.
Diesel's like
Bro,
$4.50.
food, yeah, all that stuff is about to be unaffordable. Like, stock markets are gonna crash.
I feel
Uh,
if it isn't the end of the world, it's the Great Depression. Like
Bro, I've been having like a
100%.
3-hour talk. Oh, I want to do this with Tolbert.
We
This
all
shit would
die.
blow your mind.
What?
Silver don't know. I'm gonna have to tell, bro.
But like I was
Bro,
saying,
do you
like,
believe in God?
do I believe in God?
Nah,
I
Silver.
my fault.
Do you believe that Jesus Christ died on the cross for your sins so you can spend eternal afterlife with him? Do you believe that there is an upper God? I saw something that gave me the answer. And he made the earth and and he was evil. He put onto the earth and that, bro, that one was, I kind of like that. That was a good religious view. I'm not gonna lie. That is the first other religion I've looked at and thought that that's a good answer. That gives you a reason to why there are so many bad things. I saw this video. That's, dude, I want to give an answer for that. I think that the journeys and hard things we go through in life help you achieve self-love. Because self-love isn't something you just wake up and say, yeah, I love myself. It's like the journey you go through to get there, to be happy and at peace with your inner self. You've got to be okay with being by yourself. That's how you... This, bro. I'm going to show you this. Think of a 2D object, right? You know, a circle. A circle's flat. You draw a circle on paper. There's no height to it, like a sphere, right? It's just flat. It has the length and the width, but no height to it. Call those type of people, hold up. Call these type of people like Flatlanders, right? They're 2D. They're living in a 2D world. They can't look up, right? They're only used to left, right, left, right. They can't look up because they're flat. They can't see. They can't understand 3D. Say you had a 3D being, a 3D being, and he's talking. He's above the 2D object and he's talking and he's saying hello, hi. This guy, he'll hear it. He'll hear the person above him, but he's going to look around and say, where is he? But he can't look up and find him. It's not until this being takes him up and he thinks he's going crazy because he can't look up and see him. It's not until this being picks him up and takes him up and shows him the truth. Shows him the truth and takes him up and shows him up. He's going to come back down and all of his other little civilians are going to be like, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Because they can't see up. All that they've seen is just him popping in out of nowhere. And he's going to say, I was someplace up. And they're going to feel bad for him. They're not going to know what that means. Picture it with us. We are 3D. And there's a fourth dimension. We can't comprehend the fourth dimension like a 2D object can't comprehend a 3D object. So when you find out that there's 4D beings that we can't see until they make themselves visible, why doesn't that give people a reason to be faithful? It gives it's literally proof that there's everything on this earth literally comes. Life is life is infinite. We're all a part of it. We are the stars in the sky, bro. I got fourth dimensional. It's space-time. These beings, right? To them, we are like a line on a piece of paper. They can see through us. They can see through our bodies, see our intestines, be standing outside and see through my house, see through me. They can see into the past, present, and future. This is a crazy conclusion, bro. Hear me out. If they can do all these things, hold on, kind of like lost myself. All right. Nah, I know what I gotta do real quick. All right, so if these beings can do all of that, and there's reports, and like these 4D people, they can make themselves visible in 3D form so that we can comprehend. We can only see in 3D and comprehend 3D visual. When they go from 4D to 3D, it's like a sphere, an orb of energy. And when people are reporting these sightings of these orbs turning into these people and giving them messages and just vanishing, look back and look at them and they're gone. It's weird because the lady came from an orb and told this guy 3 days before Easter, March 20 something. Hear me out. They are our observers. And I've this conclusion as bro, and hear me out. Bro. 3 days before Easter, this star will line up in the east with the Great Sphinx. And then that's when mankind will become conscious of a new knowledge because they're going to be 3D and spread this light to mankind. They're going to balance the masculine and feminine and give this light, give this wisdom to mankind because we need it. Because in the Bible, and what 4D is, right? It's space-time. It's Jesus taught the law of attraction. You are what you think you are. 4D, the fourth dimension, literally tells you that time is a spreadsheet. It is what you want it to be. It literally confirms one of Jesus' teachings. It tells you that time is more of a spreadsheet and it's not something to base. It's not something to depict based on your past experiences or your future worries. You can do a lot with it if your mind is capable of it. You got to use your brain right. Yeah. Yeah. Where I've gotten with this. Please don't die on me. Okay. Where I've gotten with this. In the Bible, in the end days in the Bible, end of the book, it states how Israel starts to bomb Iran. Ain't that happening right now? And don't they say in the Bible how over the weeks it will get worse and worse and worse. And until then, that's when the final days come. But I'm learning that the final days aren't the end of the world. The final days is the day that mankind gets this knowledge. If these 4D beings, which I'm assuming are angels, can see through your mind, know your thoughts, why is every time I talk about this stuff, I get happy, I'll cry, I get this warm feeling through my body? And it's weird too, because fuck, forgot. Fuck. Damn. Okay. If these 4D beings can see through the past, present, and future, why wouldn't these observers? Because it literally says we're being observed and they're coming and making themselves visible so that they can spread. And if they know the past, if they know what's going to happen, they obviously have the missing pieces to keep mankind from crumbling. If they can do all this, they have the missing pieces. They can spread this light so we can all become aware. And then that's when the typical person becomes aware of this fourth dimension and that these beings aren't from other planets. They are in the empty air around you that you just can't see or comprehend. They can snap in like that when they. Oh my gosh, me and Jaden. No, me and Jaden just said this. Shrooms. It takes away the filter on your brain. And when I go outside and I'm having talks in the sky to God, and I'm getting all the answers I wanted to, and I'm being told that it's just time, that time is key. Your spiritual mind, bro, it removes the filter on your brain, allows you to think, allows you to see and perceive in real light. It's the closest thing you can to get to communicating with these beings. You can literally communicate with this. You can communicate with. It's literally insane. And it's weird because I'm eating a mushroom that's grown from our earth. And when I take it, it allows me to know more about my earth and the people who are running it.
My God, it was given from the gods to
It
understand.
was given from the gods to understand. You just.
Oh my God!
Exactly. Dude, Jaden. Bro, people don't believe that there's a God. Who are these fourth dimensional beings? And why are they given? They've got to be somebody. If they're. And literally, it's crazy because orbs are known to be the closest thing to a four-dimensional object while remaining 3D so that a human can perceive it. It's literally the 4D shifting down into 3D. And then the orb turns in. They can just transform. They are capable of that mathematically and scientifically. It's weird and it's crazy. It's crazy to know. It's like I'm cracking it's like I have the answer. Like I have the answer in my hands. Like I watched this 10-minute video today about that, and it tells you the answer to life. It gives you the reason. The fourth dimension is real. Jesus knew about it. Jesus was living the fourth dimension before anyone. He was knowledgeable. He had superhuman properties. He could heal. You can ask for forgiveness and he could hold your hand and heal you. It's superhuman. That's what we see from these beings. The people are asking for signs from Jesus, and the next day these orbs come to them, and they're given a message telling that person to tell mankind that there's about to be a message going to be given. Psychedelics are not what we think they are. They're a way to talk. It's literally a speaking. You can hear colors. I didn't know that. You can hear colors. Yeah, frequencies, dude. That's
No.
literally what I learned. You can
Is that it? That might be it, actually. I didn't look that far deep into it.
communicate with. Yeah, I can listen to that high pitched noise and it just clears my mind. It just clears me a. And when you listen to those frequencies, it doesn't actually allow you to communicate with people, these 4D people themselves. The frequencies can just clear your mind and allow your mind to be that clear where you're able to focus. Bro, because your mind can perceive 4D, your eyes can't. We can only perceive 3D. We can only see 3D. We can hear 4D in our mind. Y'all want to know what's weird? Y'all ever hear God? Y'all ever have people say, God talked to me? Jesus was talking to me. He was. You just can't see him. He isn't making himself visible. He wants people to be faithful and to believe. He shouldn't have to. There's literally a book. The Bible is a
Bro.
blueprint.
Braxton.
Your understanding. The Bible is a blueprint for these 4D beings to go off of. They're seeing that we're in the end chapter of the Bible.
Braxton.
That's why you can't read the wrong version. What up, Jaden?
Okay, so what synesthesia is when, like, two senses cross. So, like,
They cross.
you think 8
Yes,
is
I've
red
heard of
or
this.
7 is green, you hear a sound, and you feel a shape. Like, you hear a sound and that triggers you to feel a shape in your head. That's, like, pretty much, like, if, like, in a way, that, like, is spirituality in the mind.
Spirituality is the answer. It is.
Brother.
Spirituality itself is the answer. It is. Like, spirituality is the answer. You have to be at peace with your spiritual mind, and that is how you succeed. That is how you, once you can do that, you can live freely. When you're at peace with your spiritual self, everything just comes to you. You don't come to it. You let things come to you. You think thoughts, words, and actions. I'll say that again. Think it, speak it, do it. What up, bro? Oh, yeah, I can. I got you, bro. That's cool. Yeah, I know you want some. I figured. Yeah. No. I just found like I found like 3 blunts. My blunt riches. So I broke them down.
Yo, I'm finna go shower. I'll be back in like 20 or
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, bro. Hey, don't go crazy. Hold on. Hold on, Hunter. Tober's calling me. I got y'all. Yeah, hold on. Bro went to go take a shower. I look. That nigga just realized God was real. He's like in disbelief. bro. Oh yeah.